welcome to the program. Glad to have you here. It's the Joe Pags Show. Great radio stations across the land. Newsmax TV, iHeartRadio, JoePags.com. Joe Pags Show for a Wednesday. That is a hump day. Start the week at the bottom of the hill on a Monday morning. We get through Monday, get through Tuesday, get through Wednesday. After Wednesday, head straight downhill to the weekend from here. Let's check in with Fergie. Bring it.
My hump,
Day.
my hump, my hump, my hump.
Day.
My hump, my hump, my hump.
Day.
My hump, my hump, my hump. Check it out.
We are checking it out. We certainly are. And listen, that's something that Carrie actually started some years ago. She was like, why don't we check out a Hump Day Wednesday? And I was like, it's not a horrible idea, but wow, I didn't expect it
Why
to.
do you lie all the
What?
time?
What do you mean?
I did not check it out. It was not my idea.
Here's something that I'm not lying
do it.
about. Senator Ted Cruz, his own self, at the bottom of the hour right here on the Joe Pags Show. We're going to talk about July 20th, 2016. You know what July 20th, 2016 was, Carrie?
I don't know. What is it?
That's when he gave the speech.
Oh,
The speech heard round the political world. World. And he did not endorse Donald Trump. He said all the right things, but he didn't endorse the nominee. And people are like, what? I'm not sure I understand. Why isn't Ted Cruz endorsing the nominee? Didn't he say that he would? Well, it's been about a week now since he's done it, maybe a little bit more than a week. I think it was the middle of last week, wasn't it? Something like that. He now is endorsing Donald Trump. I asked him what sort of trepidation, what sort of contemplation, what sort of pontification. You sing a bunch of Asian words, and because it makes me sound smart. I wondered what sort of thought went into the decision to go out there that night and not endorse the nominee. I mean, it had to be a deep thought kind of thing, right?
I think so, yeah.
I talked to him about that. I talked to him about his change of heart. I talked to him about giving away the internet. If you're paying any attention anywhere, Ted Cruz believes that President Obama is giving away the internet. And there's something that happened today when it comes to Syrian refugees that'll make your face hurt. It'll make your face hurt what the requirement is, what the questions are, what the vetting process is for those who are coming here from the ISIS-ravaged area of the Middle East. Senator Ted Cruz, bottom of this hour. Carrie, are you or are you not right now? I feel like you are.
What am I?
Are you fat shaming me?
No,
is that what's going on?
I don't fat shame people.
When did fat shaming become a thing? Where was I?
I'm not sure.
When did this happen?
I don't know when it happened.
Now, here's what I know.
Apparently we do it all the time. Okay.
When I was in high school, long time ago. When I was in high school.
50 years ago.
Was that? Yeah, about 10 years ago.
40.
About 10, 12 years ago, something like that. I was in the marching band. And in the marching band, you're out there, you're sweating 6-8 hours a day, learning the routine, learning the whole thing. And we had majorettes that were part of it. We also had something called the Eaglettes. At Atlantic High School in Delray Beach, Florida, the Atlantic High School Eagles, it used to be the Seacrest Seahawks, but for some reason they changed that. But the Eaglettes, it was the premier dance team. And they would go to these dance competitions. And my sister, Elena, was 3 years old, well, still is, 3 years older than I am. And I was a freshman. She was a senior. She was an Eaglette. And to be an Eaglette, you had to be in perfect shape. You had to look the part, too. And I remember her putting like a bag, like a hefty bag, around her waist and running around the block, which was a mile long, to try to lose whatever extra weight. They would do like daily weigh-ins.
Oh, wow.
If that's
serious.
If that's your job, and being an Eaglette isn't a job, but it's something that they wanted to do. They didn't have to be Eaglettes. If you want to be a prize fighter and you want to fight in the 160-pound weight class, you're going to be weighed and you have to actually hit weight. If you're going to be Miss Universe, I'm just going to throw it out there. And all the women can call me, tell me what a jerk I am if you want. Shush, because Carrie's already looking. She's like, oh, well, you are kind of a jerk.
I can't wait. Yeah, okay.
If you're Miss Universe, there's a certain look, a certain expectation. There's a certain look and expectation if you want to be a model. If you want to be a full-size model, there's a different look and expectation. You want to be a fitness model, it's a different look and expectation. You want to be a bodybuilder, a different look and expectation. You want to go out for roles where you're the fat guy on the couch, you can go and do that. But to say fat or overweight or even, God forbid, Miss Piggy, to say that, I don't think it's fat shaming. I think it's reminding somebody of what the role asks for. Now, there's this woman who I haven't watched Miss Universe in a very long time. Her name is Alicia Machado.
Machado.
And she is gorgeous.
Yes, she is.
It's a gorgeous woman who, and people on TV are like, what was he turning around? Because I'm getting the story over here so I can see it better. She's somebody who, she was Miss Universe, right?
Yes, she was. Mm-hmm.
That's actually a thing. She was, in fact.
Yes.
Miss Universe, not kind of, just was.
No, she was.
And I guess the Hillary Clinton campaign said you shouldn't have been Miss Universe, or, hey, you were Miss Universe, but how dare he say that you're a little bit heavy or some crap like that. I don't know. I guess he called her Miss Piggy at some point, and I guess there were daily weigh-ins or something to make sure that she wasn't overweight or something.
Okay, I didn't know about that.
I've got to ask the question. How does this have to do with being president?
Well, it doesn't.
Well, I mean, I think I'm missing something because in his, how many years did he do the pageant stuff? Because he sold them off or he got rid of them or something recently.
I don't know.
Maybe
that
a year, 20, 30
the year
years.
was the one he had it. That was 1996.
All right, so we're talking about a guy been doing it 20, 30 years. And they found one contestant who won the competition, by the way. Keep in mind, she won Miss Universe. They found the one contestant who somehow was fat-shamed. I'll never forget, I had the woman, Abby Pell, on the show. This is before we had so many stations, so I'll give you the story quickly. She goes by Abs or Abby Abs or something like that. She's in Great Britain, and she posted a picture of herself with these unbelievable abs. And she's a fitness model, along with her, 6-year-old daughter who was with her. She says, my daughter's 6 years old, so I've had children. What's your excuse? Something like that.
I remember that interview.
Right. So we immediately got a hold of her, and we called UCK, the UK, and we got Abby on the line, and we talked for a while. And she, I mean, at the end of the call, what I got from her was, Abby, don't care. Whatever. She's not going to lose any sleep over it. Now I follow her on Instagram, and she still obviously just doesn't care because she's showing the abs off and trying to motivate people to go and do something different. But the whole thing was that she was somehow fat-shaming mothers. How dare you fat-shame mothers? In other words, if you want to be in great shape, or if you have an expectation that a person who is in your employ or wants to do something with your organization needs to weigh a certain amount to get the job done, you are now fat-shaming. You should actually shut up and let people be whatever size they want to be. Now let me interject this again. I'm not for bullying anybody. But I am for saying that there is a standard that you have to follow, whether it's on the radio or being a dump truck driver or delivering pizzas. There are standards that you have to follow to do that particular job. You are not required by law to do the job. You cannot work there. You cannot be Miss Universe. You cannot be an ab model. You cannot be a talk show host. You cannot be a news anchor. You have decisions to make in life, but if you make the decision that you want to be, it would be like, here's a comparison that I think might make the best sense. I, at one point in my life, thought I might be a competitive bodybuilder. It's not going to happen now. I'm old, I'm tired, and I just don't feel like it. Shush. Yeah. But can I work out half as much as the other guys and then enter the bodybuilding competition, yes or no?
Yes.
Of course I can.
You could, yeah.
And then I go on stage, and I'm fat, and they're all ripped and shredded and look incredible because they did twice the work. Do I have some expectation that I should win?
No, you shouldn't.
Do I have an expectation?
You're not going to win.
If somebody backstage as we're oiling up, and I like oiling up. Let's just put it out there. Just like to oil it right up. But I'm oiling up and I'm getting ready to go out. And if other bodybuilders came up, or if the person sponsoring the bodybuilding competition walked up and said, "Dude, you're not in any kind of shape to be a bodybuilder," is he body shaming me? Is he muscle shaming me?
You're the truth, yeah.
So if Miss Universe doesn't look like she looked when she won, and she's gaining a couple of pounds, and the person who is the owner of the pageant walks up and says, "Hey, you're Miss Universe. What are you trying to be, Miss Piggy? Get yourself in shape." Is that really fat shaming, or is that saying there's a representation that you are doing for my organization, and if you're going to represent this Miss Universe pageant, then you have to do it as you did it the day you won. It's not like you win the competition and then for the whole year, because they're on the hook for a year. They travel around. I'm Miss Universe. Look at me. Blah blah blah. I'm waving like Miss Universe might wave, and you're going to go out there and you're heavy, 20, 30, 40 pounds heavier. I don't know what she weighed, but I think that there is every duty by the person who owns the pageant to say, hey, what are you doing? What's going on here? So I don't know that it's fat shaming necessarily, but I've got to ask this, and I don't think this happens to men, or maybe I'm just too manly a man, and maybe it does happen to men, just not to me. 'Cause I don't care if you think I'm fat. I got to be honest with you. I know that I do the best I can in the gym, and whatever the result is, the result is. So I really don't care what you think of the shape I'm in, and I think a lot of men look at it that way. But for a woman, is it a different thing?
I think it is.
Well, is it though, Carrie?
Weight is a very big thing.
Look, you're in great
women.
shape. I don't want anybody to misunderstand me. But as a news anchor, your weight doesn't matter. So if somebody said it to you in the context of your job as a news anchor, I would support you and I would have a problem with that. It's not fat shaming, just somebody being rude.
Exactly.
But if you're in a job where you have to be a certain fitness, you have to fit into certain dresses, or you have to represent the way you looked the day you won, I don't think that's fat shaming. I think that's reminding you what the requirements of the job are. Am I missing the boat?
That. No, you're not, and I agree with that. Now, do I think Miss Piggy's a nice thing to say if that's what he said? No, I don't. I think you can say it better than that. But at the end of the day, it's still a beauty contest, and it's all about how you look, and it is about your weight.
So instead of Miss Piggy, he should have said, "Wow, what a porker," something like that.
No, he shouldn't have said that either.
Man, you got fat. So would that be okay?
No.
Holy chubbo. No, I can almost see. Can you almost see the context, though? Are you Miss Universe or are you Miss Piggy? I can almost see that context. So she's missed something.
Yeah, I guess. But it's still, is it a nice thing to say? No.
No, it's not nice.
Like I said, it's a beauty contest.
I don't think he meant to be nice.
Her weight and how she looks in a bathing suit.
Right.
It does make a difference.
Right.
It does.
Now, after Clinton tracks her down, the campaign tracks her down, is there any truth to this rumor I'm hearing that she's an adult film star?
Well, actually, yes.
Okay, stop.
No. Okay.
Don't read the story.
Okay.
Get the story ready. When we come back, you'll fill us in. Because did Clinton's campaign really not vet this woman before they trucked her out there as their hope to show what a jerk Trump is?
And not just that, but there are some other allegations from her past, too, that have now come to light.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah. No, I won't. No.
From the holy crap, Clinton missed that one file. We'll have that when we come back. 1-800-383-9624, joepags.com. Don't forget, bottom of this hour, it'll be Senator Ted Cruz, the junior senator of the great state of Texas. We're going to talk about all stuff that you want to know and then some on the Joe Pags Show. Stay here.